Hi, and welcome to the First Time Homebuyer Guide. Today, we're going to be talking about Credit 101. So again, going back to the very first video, you need to get pre-qualified before you buy a home. And one of the biggest things lenders are looking for is what your credit looks like. What if we graded people on how much we trust them? And to be honest, I think we already do. I think that's how we pick our friends and people we want to associate with. And financially, you are graded on how trustworthy you are, and that is called credit. So what is credit? Credit, again, is trust. And there are 3 credit bureaus that monitor your trust. They track your ability to repay your debts. These bureaus are above our heads. There's Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. And Dad, do you mind kind of breaking down the difference between what is a credit score versus a FICO score?
A credit score is referred to basically as the same thing. But when I first got in the business, there was no FICO score. There was just credit. And we would look at your payment and your history and did you make payments? And then we would grade it by how many late payments there were or not late payments. And then you would get approved for a loan with that. Nowadays, there is a FICO score and you get a better rate if you have a better FICO. If your FICO is too low, you cannot get a loan, or certain types of loans you cannot get. So that's kind of the difference.
Yeah. So I guess what we're getting at is you'll hear them as if they're interchangeable. In real life, they're not. But when it comes to mortgages, when they're asking for credit, they're looking for your FICO score. That's the scoring model that they use. And FICO scores are kind of interesting. They, instead of going on a scale of 0 to 100, they go on a scale of 300 to 850. This is a chart from Experian, but in general, anything over a 670 is considered good credit. And when we get above 740, we're starting to get pretty good. And it's the same with the lenders. They want to help people that have great credit get the best products. So why is credit important? Lenders are more lenient and give better deals to people they trust. The higher your score, the more they're willing to work with you. It's showing your trustworthiness that your ability to pay back your loan is high. So again, a credit score is an unbiased third-party grade of your level of financial trustworthiness. And lenders want to use this grade to determine, one, if they even want to lend to you. Going back, if you're in the 300 to 400, 480, you're probably not getting a loan. You're probably not, high enough on their list. And then the other thing is they'll give you incentives. They'll improve the pricing the better your credit is. So why is credit important? We went through it, but let's give you an example, just comparing 2 people with 2 different lifestyles. We've got Bill and Ben. They're both first-time home buyers, and they're looking for homes in the $300,000 range. So Bill, he pays his bills on time. He never maxes out his credit card, and he has some behaviors that you might find annoying, like he leaves his phone on loud at the movies. He voted for whatever president you didn't. Anything you find annoying, Bill does that. And then you've got Ben. Ben is a sweetheart. He volunteers at the local children's hospital. He's raising his nephew. Fantastic guy. He's been a little late on some of his payments, and he almost maxes out his credit card every month. Lenders, I'm sure in life it matters what kind of person you are, but for lenders and credit scores, it doesn't. It matters what your spending habits really are and how you utilize credit. So for Bill, this is an example above. This is from November 30th. So we understand that this is a bit outdated, but we want to drive home the principle. If Bill has a credit score of 720, this is what his loan would roughly look like as of November 30th, which it's not, but again, we'll compare. His down payment would be 3% down. First-time home buyers only have to pay 3% down on a conventional loan if they qualify for it, which is what we're hoping to help you do. His payments per month would be $2,481 a month. You can see that in the blue circle. And his total cash to close, everything he'd have to bring to close on his loan would be $15,000, almost $15,700. Then He's a little different. Again, he's a sweetheart, fantastic guy. We love Ben. His credit score is, I can point at it, 620. His payments are almost $200, a little over $200 more per month. And his cash to close that he has to bring in is a bit more, 17,271. And his down payment, he doesn't qualify for the 3% down. He has to do 3.5% down, which an FHA loan is not. It's not a bad loan, but it's not as good of terms as Bill would have got if his credit score was just a bit higher. So yeah, again, credit score makes a big difference in how much you pay. Oh, and these numbers have changed. We're looking at the total payment and the total interest over the life of a loan, assuming a 30-year loan. Most people get loans for either 15 or 30 years. This is a 30-year example. For Bill, his total payment over the life of the loan would be close, $717,000, a little more. For Ben, it's a bit higher. It's $801,000. So we're looking at an $83,000 difference due to credit. So it's important.